What's up? What's up? It's me again. Um, Brandon hitting you with another vlog. I guess it's gonna be casual and short. Uh, Not much to say, just want to lay it like it is. I'm sure everybody feels the same way. It's been a long winter or a short one, hard to tell. And all of a sudden we feel kind of energized. A little bit of spring in our step. Not for nothing, but it is a water sign. If you've never noticed, spring doesn't have any water signs. It's a front runner. It's a pre-trial. I liken it to the final moment before the band comes on stage. You know, when the band's rocking out and playing, you're feeling spring. You're feeling the release of everything that built up. So, what's building up in Pisces is love, hope, things that we could wish for. A lot of people seek out romantic relationships, or vice versa. It seeks them out. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've been seeing relationship groups pop up on my Facebook. So, um, get your hand up and touching the walls and get a feel for where you're at, because that's where you're at, you know. Before Pisces and Aquarius, I was seeing people talk about, oh man, it's, am I the only one here that's, and that's a theme of winter. Am I the only one? Because you're going inward to self-discover. People saying, am I the only one here that's feeling alone? My contacts dropped off. I feel closed off. I don't do anything but just sit. That's an Aquarius, mind you. That's the sign of plains. Plains people, uh, literal plains, speaking plainly, common sense. It's a Saturn sign. So that checks out. I mean, people shouldn't be feeling like they're just devoid of emotion, but that's one of the traits of Aquarius. Um, and, I would liken that to before the final build-up of the crowd. You're kind of just idling about, chilling in the lounge. It's like a loading bay, kind of, or even like a loading screen. And then you can take that back to Capricorn, the loading screen, and you can say liminal spaces. Janus with the being the god of transitions. Anywhere that you see that, zero space, neutrality, depolarization, and space itself, which is why Saturn's the ruler of space. And some traditions that I've read and that I trust in Hinduism say that Saturn's located to the space chakra, which is the throat chakra. So that's where my head has been at for the last 2.5 months. And in other words, I'm building a scheme for the zodiac, seeing that it's a literal, I don't know, evolution cycle. But I think that word's underestimated, or whatever. But I'm seeing it, And it's true about anything, as far as Pisces goes, as a forerunner to spring, is that everything starts with a pre-trial. Doritos doesn't push a new product until it goes through a process. asking people to test it. Cars, actors, they try to get, they try to be on, but they have to practice at it intentionally, so you can't just be, automatically on, even push to start. But, so everything has a pre-trial, and that's Pisces nature. So if you ever need to see Pisces, uh, try to seek that out wherever you can. Try to notice it, the buildup. And literally, you see that in the symbol of Aries, the next symbol. You see that that spring, except it's red, so it's more like a Kali, like chop off your head and blood spring out of your neck type of thing. But I saw somebody say today, quote unquote, March is going to be no debts, and it checks out. Uh, so that's where I'm at.